Amateur golfers. The vast majority of us are amateur golfers. Did you know that the vast majority of golfers in America can't break 100? And if they can break 100, it's not without using the old mulligan or the foot wedge or sometimes the hand wedge. That's a true story. So sometimes when you hear that out loud, that makes us amateur golfers feel good, or at least a little bit better. Now, I was listening to a podcast where Jon Rahm was interviewed, and he said something that really struck me because it's so simple. And Jon Rahm, this is right before they played the Masters in 2022, so this year, he goes, "So many amateur golfers underestimate the importance of the basics, the fundamentals, whether it's your grip or your setup." And then he starts going on to the setup. He goes, "How simple is it to work on your setup? Make sure your alignment is correct. Make sure your ball placement is correct." He goes, "Most amateur golfers don't do that. They get up there and they just whack the damn ball. And you don't even give yourself a chance." And here's the problem with it is when you don't have proper alignment, when your feet, your hips, and your shoulders are not in proper alignment, your brain knows it. And your brain starts to fight itself. So if my hips and my feet are square to the target, but my shoulders are closed to the target, and my brain knows that I want to hit the ball that way, it's going to do some weird, funky, compensatory movement to try to give me the result that I'm looking for. So one of the best things that we can do as amateur golfers is take an extra 30 seconds. Write that down. Remember that one. Because I just used this when I played this past Sunday, was I got up there and just started rushing things, and my buddy that I was playing with reminded me, he goes, "Dude, don't you say take an extra 30 seconds? I was like, crap, I wasn't doing it. So take an extra 30 seconds and make sure you have proper alignment. It's gonna help out so much. And here's what I mean by that. So many times, we don't realize that we have 3 things that we have to be in alignment with. So number 1, here's our target line. You can see that's the target line, and here's my feet. That's my foot line. These need to be in parallel. We get that one. Okay, I get that one. Then the next thing that we have to do, I don't have enough sticks, so I'll just take this, is we need to make sure that our hips are in alignment with our feet. We don't want our hips closed. We don't want our hips open. We want them in perfect alignment with our feet. And then the next thing we want to do is we want to make sure that our shoulders are also in alignment with my feet and hips. The most common thing that we amateur golfers do is we will close our feet, our hips will be square, and then our shoulders will be open. So we got closed feet, square hips, open shoulders. This is the most common thing I see with amateur golfers, myself included, when I'm not paying attention to this. So now we're trying to do this swing and then do all this other stuff. Your brain's going, it's not going to work. So take an extra 30 seconds. Work on proper alignment. Feet and hips should be easy, right? So out on the golf course, let's pretend like this is a real thing. Out on the golf course, I got my line, okay? There's my line. I'm gonna square my club face up to the line. Okay, so now my club face is square to the line, my target that I wanna go to. Now I'm gonna line my feet up in relation to my squared club face. So now I know that my feet are square to my line. That's how I figure out if my feet are square, open, or closed, because it's in relation to the club face. Then from there, you can simply cross the club across your hips. Now I know that I'm square with my feet because I'm not pointed that way, that would be slightly closed. Not pointed that way, that would be slightly open, right? Okay, so now my feet and my hips are square. I'm gonna get down into my address position, and then the last thing that I'll do is this. and just make sure that my shoulders are square. The most common thing that I do is this. My shoulders will be open. So it's just a very subtle change, but my shoulders are now open in relation to everything else. This is going to screw everything up. You cannot be consistent when you don't have all three working together, because then you start fighting yourself. Remember, this is for amateur golfers. You're not a professional. A professional golfer can do whatever the heck they want to do and get the result that they want. You're not a pro. If you're a pro, you wouldn't be watching my video. You're an amateur, so admit it. All three alignment is important. So feet are in proper alignment, hips are in alignment with my feet, then shoulders are in alignment with my hips, so now I know everything's working the right way. Then I can work freely, and everything just works smoother. You don't fight yourself. So take home message, take an extra 30 seconds and really focus on your alignment. Make sure that feet, hips, and shoulders are all pointing in the same direction. You will be amazed at how much the results, it'll be a dramatic improvement in your consistency. Then you can start doing other stuff. You gotta be consistent before you can improve anything else. And if you want to start improving now, make sure you click, what is it? The
link in the description.
The link in the description, and check out the T-Shot Transformation. It's an online program sent directly to your email. It's 6 modules, and it talks about this stuff, and it's these little subtle reminders that is going to help you make dramatic positive changes to your golf game. This is for amateurs, not pros, right? So the T-Shot Transformation online program, click the link in the description down there, and then let's keep getting better, baby. Little by little, let's start working smarter, not harder. Yeah!